I wanted to write a sort of a quasi-folk ditty to represent the emotions of a convict as a kind of archetype person that was experiencing what everyone was experiencing. And I came up with a tune, which is... And I was thinking, I've got to find a real character to be able to sing this piece, because it's only one verse and then it becomes this symphonic version of ships and high seas and rounding capes and fierce winds and all of that. And Cheryl and Kamali, who was producing the recording, said, "Why don't you get John English?" And that just struck me as the most fantastic idea.
Last chorus. Okay.
Polly, John.
Polly, John. Just the same, I'll never see her a ring again, it seems to me. Instead of
This before the orchestra, the last voice.
They sent me down to Sydney for a life of misery. May 1787. Portsmouth, England. The ship set sail to land across the sea.
The three elements of the end were the Aboriginal ensemble doing their folk tune. And the orchestra ended up forming these sort of attack sequences over the top of them. It sounded like they were just being overwhelmed by this military kind of folk tune / great apparatus of the British Empire.
It's phenomenal to think of what it would have been like at that point of contact, you know, and just the lifestyle that Aboriginal people have had for thousands of years, and to see how it's changed just in the last 200 years. It's, you know, I would have loved to have been here a few hundred years ago. I would have enjoyed that lifestyle a bit better, I think.
The fife and drum, which is the orchestra, which is the Marines marching up the convicts. And then the third element was the Reverend Richard Johnson giving the first sermon. And I was struck by the incredible irony of what shall I render unto the Lord for all his benefits towards me, a bunch of people that had been in a ship and dumped in the middle of nowhere and had no provisions to look after themselves. And the first thing the Reverend thought of was to be thankful. I mean, I took that cynically, I guess, in an ironic way, but perhaps they were thankful to have arrived at all. Of course, John English then became more and more integrated in the process and became the narrator of the whole story, and it was just fantastic to get him.